She was 73, no illness, no warning signs. She simply got out of bed and collapsed. And while she recovered, many don't. Because what happened to her wasn't random. It was a quiet warning most people miss. A habit you might be repeating too, without even knowing. We all have a morning routine. Open your eyes, sit up, stand, coffee, begin. But what if the first 2 minutes after waking were more important than we ever realized? What if those small automatic choices were silently shaping your blood pressure, your balance, your brain clarity, even your risk of falling? Today we'll walk through the 5 most common morning mistakes older adults make without knowing. Each one is simple, but each one, if ignored, can change everything. 1. Getting up too fast, the invisible fall. Trigger: your body is wise, but it needs time. After hours of stillness, your heart beats slower. Your blood pressure is lower. Your brain is just beginning to warm up. Then suddenly, you sit up. You stand. You walk. And everything inside rushes to catch up. This sudden shift can trigger orthostatic hypotension, a sharp drop in blood pressure that happens when you change positions too quickly. And the symptoms: lightheadedness, blurred vision, weak knees, or sometimes nothing at all, until the moment your balance disappears. This is why so many older adults fall within the first 60 seconds of the day. Not because they're fragile, but because no one told them that the body doesn't leap, it rises. So here's the sacred fix. Before anything, breathe. Not just air, but awareness. Still lying down, move your fingers and toes, circle your ankles. Feel the blood begin to wake. Then sit slowly. Let your feet touch the ground. Wait 20, maybe 30 seconds. Then stand, not with force, but with presence. Let your body know you're ready, and it will rise to meet you. Because vitality isn't always about doing more. Sometimes it's about doing less, but with care. 2. Skipping hydration, the hidden drain on energy. You might not feel it, but every morning your body wakes up a little empty. Not emotionally, biologically. While you sleep, your heart never stops. Your lungs never pause. Your cells repair, reset, and rebuild. And all of that runs on water. That's why you begin the day in a quiet state of mild dehydration. Even before you reach for anything, your system is already asking, "Can I please refill before we begin?" But what happens instead? We skip water. We reach for coffee. We take pills. We scroll. And we wonder why we feel foggy, stiff, or slow. Here's what dehydration does behind the scenes. It thickens your blood. It forces your heart to work harder. It clouds your mental clarity. It increases your risk of falls, all before breakfast. You don't need to drink a liter. You just need to drink something. Keep a glass on your nightstand. Sip it slowly. Let your organs feel welcomed before being needed. If it helps, add lemon or mint or warmth. But above all, make it a moment of care. Because hydration isn't just a biological act. It's a message. I'm still listening. I still protect what keeps me alive. And that message ripples through the rest of your day. 3. Coffee on an empty stomach, the silent stomach burn. For many people, the day begins not with a thought, but with a sip. Coffee, warm, familiar, almost spiritual. But here's what most never realize. That first sip might be arriving too soon, too harsh, too alone, too demanding for a stomach that's just beginning to wake. After a night of rest, your stomach isn't empty. It's sensitive. The acid levels are reset. The protective mucosal lining is thin. And the body is still in fasting mode, not ready to digest or defend. When coffee arrives first, without food to buffer its strength, you trigger a surge in gastric acid production. And that acid, it doesn't just sit there. It begins to irritate the lining, increase inflammation, and silently wear down the gateway to your digestive and nervous system. At first, it feels like a mild tension, a slight burn, a dizzy start to the day. You chalk it up to age, to stress, to just one of those mornings. But over time, it becomes something deeper: reflux, ulcers, energy crashes, disrupted sleep cycles. and that strange tightness you can't name. You don't have to give up your coffee, but you do have to give your body a landing pad. Eat something first, a banana, a few almonds, a spoonful of oats. Let your stomach feel honored before challenged. Because coffee isn't the villain, but sequence is sacred, and how you greet your gut is how your day may greet you. 4. Moving. While still stiff, the injury you won't feel until later. You open your eyes, maybe shift a little, and feel it. That morning heaviness in your legs, in your back, in your neck. It doesn't hurt exactly, it just resists. This is your body whispering, not yet. I'm still waking up. During sleep, your muscles soften, your joints pause, the synovial fluid, that natural lubricant for smooth movement, settles. Circulation slows. Everything is in a resting state. And if you try to move too quickly before these systems re-engage, you're forcing muscles that aren't warm, tendons that aren't ready, and joints that haven't rehydrated. It may feel small, a tight calf, a stiff shoulder, a little imbalance, but these microstrains build up, day by day, until one moment, your knee locks, your back spasms, or your body says enough, and down you go. That's what happened to Mrs. Margaret, active, proud, independent, until a sudden fall after waking left her shaken for weeks, not from weakness, but from not giving her body what it quietly needed, time. Here's your gentle fix, before anything else. Still lying down? Move your toes, circle your ankles, stretch your arms over your head, breathe in, then slowly sit up. Stay there. Let the body recalibrate. Only then, stand with softness. Because strength isn't how fast you move, it's how well you listen before you do. 5. Poor morning posture, the silent energy leak. Most people don't think about posture in the first 30 seconds of the day. You just stand up, shoulders slumped, head down, back curved, eyes lowered. It feels natural, but it's costly, not immediately, but quietly. When you rise in a collapsed posture, you compress your lungs. That means less oxygen. Less oxygen means less clarity, less energy, and a subtle heaviness you can't explain. Your head tilts forward, shifting your center of gravity. You become more likely to stumble. Your reaction time shortens, and your body moves like it's already tired. But it's not just physical. Posture affects mood. Studies show a hunched position increases stress hormones, lowers confidence, and reinforces mental fog before you've even left the bedroom. It's not about looking proud. It's about feeling supported by your own spine. Here's the reset. Before you stand, sit up tall. Roll your shoulders gently back. Let your spine grow by one breath. Keep your chin level. Eyes forward, not to the floor. And when you take your first steps, walk like someone worth holding upright, because you are. The way you rise becomes the way you move, and the way you move becomes the way you age. Maybe no one ever told you that the way you rise shapes everything that comes after. Maybe your morning was never meant to be rushed, but returned to. Like a sacred threshold we forgot was sacred. You weren't reckless, you were just repeating. And repetition doesn't mean understanding. But now you see it. The glass of water, the first breath, the curve of your spine, the silence before movement. They're not small, they're ceremonies, and your body has been waiting for you to notice. So, next time you rise, do it like someone who finally knows the quiet matters. That how you greet your body is how it will hold you all day long. And maybe, this time, you rise not out of habit, but out of love. You've spent decades waking up out of habit. Now, what if you woke up out of reverence? What if your first 2 minutes weren't just routine, but restoration? Because those quiet gestures, how you move, how you breathe, how you rise, aren't about fixing what's wrong. They're how you honor what's still right. And there's still so much that is. If you've ever woken up and rushed forward, if today you choose to rise with softness instead, comment, I protect my mornings. Not to prove anything, not to be perfect, just to whisper to your body, I hear you now. I'm with you now. That's not a goal. That's a homecoming. In our next video, We'll explore 3 foods that quietly weaken your legs after 60, and how to replace them with strength-giving meals that protect your balance from the inside out. Until then, begin slow. Nourish first. Move like you belong to yourself, because you do. And your mornings are sacred ground. Let them rise with you, not against you.